Welcome back, everybody, to the Charismatic Voice. We are joined today with me to talk about my favorite band, Sleep Token. Again.
They recently put out a new album, and somehow Will has refrained from listening to this track because we have been saving it for a first-time reaction. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, so let's hop right on in.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I hope I cry.
I hope you cry too.
What if I just I'm gonna break down right now.
It's pretty.
It's Halong. I'm just kidding, because they had birds in that one song. If there's even birds, I don't even know what I'm hearing.
Definitely have birds in it.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go.
That's gorgeous.
Oh my god! It's just vibrato everywhere.
I love how quick his vibrato is. It's a very rapid vibrato
It's
when you
fast.
listen in, but it feels so like it has both a little bit of refinement and rawness to it. It's just so nice.
I love it. I mean, going back to like the speed of that vibrato reminds me of like Post Malone. He has these certain songs which I don't know if that's like done in the studio or if there's like they're doing some effects or something like that, but I love that.
Vibrato is really hard to replicate in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually vibrato is one of the most difficult things to edit on a vocal. Period.
I mean, I can imagine because it comes out of key sometimes, or like a half in the key or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is me speculating over here.
I know from looking at a lot of things in Melodyne, which is going to be probably if you're going to edit something with vibrato on it, you would probably use Melodyne versus other ones, because the other ones end up having like way more artifacts introduced, especially to a sound that's going to have a little more, a little less of that straight-laced kind of easy to edit sound.
Okay, I can imagine.
But if you have like little scoops or that kind of thing into it, it drives a program like Melodyne crazy. And vibrato, it's able to do things like make the excursion away from the pitch smaller and also change the width. But it starts to sound real funky really quick. So, yeah, vibrato. That's one of those things that I think it's really, really cool when people have incredible vibratos, because I know that they can't manufacture it.
That's awesome. See, I wouldn't even know that. I'd just be like, yeah, that's easy, maybe. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But I'm surprised. By the way, we are not sponsored by Melodyne.
No, we're not sponsored by Melodyne.
This is not a sponsorship video for Melodyne. The more you know, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Very cool.
I'm going to go back to the beginning.
Hit it.
Yeah, let's do it. It almost sounds like there's some sort of electric element to the bird calls.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm not sure if it's like a bird or not. I'm like,
I feel like it's a post-apocalyptic world.
it's like a bird with 10 heads.
Recorded through a really old Tascam or something. So even got the tuning on that instrument in the background. Right, it's like a funky piano that you hear in Westworld.
I like that.
Oh.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go.
I'm gonna cry.
He's so hooked up.
To go.
Right? Like, his support And like when we talk about that hooking up to a sound like that, we're really talking about this sort of link between everything that is below the larynx and how that feels linked together as it goes through the larynx. People will talk about feeling like they're connected to their support, essentially. And it's a very, very strange sensation when you figure it out. But once you've got it, it does feel like you're hooked in somehow. And you can hear it when you have a line like this with somebody who it feels like their guts are spilling out.
I don't know how to describe it, but I'm going to say yes, that's great.
Yeah, you have to hook into your support for extended harsh vocals. I don't think you can do them any other way. Maybe short bursts, but long lines, but you do. That
okay, well then, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you need to be warmed up and just like ready.
Mm-hmm. Your body has to be there.
Yeah, I noticed actually with some songs that I'll end up doing live, and I'll do it without a song before it. Like on this last tour, we did Sun Eater instead of something else that was before it. And Sun Eater's like one of the hardest songs we have, and I was like, I'm not hooked in yet. And then there'll be the first couple lines, I think it's like the fifth, one of the lines in there is just like a lot of vocals back to back to back to back, and I will mess it up because I haven't done it. But by the time I'm at the end of the song, when it comes back, no problem. I'm hooked in. But before that, not hooked in yet. I'm still like hooking myself into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and actually that's a perfect segue into the fact that he just started the song hooked in. Starting a song like this connected to your support is super, super hard. Puccini does it all the time. He like helps you hook in, but that's because he's master of classical singing, which is always hooked. Anyhow, let's go back to the beginning.
Doing a great job, Vessel. You're killing it.
Yeah. There's like electronic disturbances.
Electronic bird. It's a robot bird.
This totally feels like a soundtrack for Westworld.
I like that. I liked Westworld a lot.
Me too. I cosplayed Dolores once.
No way.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go.
Just really, really small detail. Did you hear the way he like just barely cracks off of that note right there? Right there.
Yeah.
That's so soft. That's so cool.
Asshole. What are you doing?
We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
Holy crap.
Wow.
The production on his vocal is amazing. Like, amazing. The layers, they feel so...
I was gonna say that. I hear the layers.
So huge, right there.
The pain. Is it a vocoder or is it just like a falsetto or a head voice or a falsetto? Something's going on, or it's like a different harmony.
Yeah, no, I think that we might have a mixed thing happening here. I'm not sure. To me, it sounded like we might have some, like, not doubles, but rather like that we have some harmonies that are put in different places. But I think we might also have vocoder with that. Or it might just be produced in a very electronic way that makes it sound similar to what a vocoder does.
Because they do a lot of vocoder work.
Well,
like
then it's a vocoder.
Lot. I mean, I don't know if it was this album. I know in the previous albums, it's like they have some songs, the whole song is vocoder style. It's really good.
Man.
I'm a big fan.
But the way that they shifted it towards the end to be a little more intimate, again, right after, was brilliant. Let's see. Here?
We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no
The spatialization is so cool.
one told me not to
Wow, that's nice.
And then straight there. And that doubling on
the receipts. I heard that
or receipts.
too.
Is it receipts? It's receipts.
Receipts.
I was like,
totally reading the lyrics while we're going through this. He is there. Oh, he's the poet.
it's gorgeous. I love the way it went like this. So it went.
And then it swelled back into, right into the center.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So vocal masterpiece right there. It's great.
That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Is that coming from this, or is something going on outside? What the heck was that?
I was like, was that my stomach?
It sounded like somebody was hungry. Is it me?
Wait, I'm checking that because there's a piece of me that I was like, I'm not sure.
What is that? It's like a frog.
I think that's meant to be a beast in Eden. But as somebody who has professionally burped to be the monster beasts before, I feel like I can make that sound.
It sounds like a burp. It sounds like a really
yeah.
burp.
Burps are, you just have a lot of pharyngeal shaping that happens with a burp, right? So.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. If that was a burp, nice. Well done. You got to scroll me down over here.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the chorus. And that sounded, I'm saying, I don't know if this is crazy, but obviously it's so by itself. It almost sounds empty, which leads me to believe that by the end of this 8-9 minute song, it is going to grow into this huge chorus. Because it feels like, for a chorus, you expect it to be like a huge thing, you know what I mean? But if there's anything that I know about Sleep Talk is that they usually start somewhere and then end in this huge climactic finish.
That's exciting.
So I'm starting to wonder if what we just heard is going to get expanded on, maybe add a bunch more layers later on down, maybe just a whole bunch more instruments coming on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of space on the bottom that isn't filled in right now.
Not yet, but I know they're going to fill it in.
But I want to go back to the beginning of that chorus because there's not really much going on underneath, especially in the rhythm section. He's doing something that's super amazing and I feel like is probably super underappreciated by just about everybody that hears this song. And that is, he's establishing the rhythm with his consonants. And that's like how singers can really tell you where a groove is how they place those consonants. And
I can see that.
Really specific. Yeah. Yeah. Further. Here we go.
A lot of harmony panning going on.
Yeah.
Which makes it sound huge, which just leads me to believe that it's going to be freaking massive. Massive.
Yeah. He's really deliberate about where he shifts to R-colored vowels or diphthongs as well. Again, using that as a way to establish their rhythm, which is so fascinating. But I love the way both of us are having a groove when he starts into that section. So many singers rely on the instruments to set the groove. And he's like, no. I'm owning this.
There's just not enough of anything else that's going on.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed that actually with other songs that, like, I feel like I hear Sleep Token do. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the beginning and it's still picking up, but, like, there are certain parts, like, what was it? I totally just did a couple. Oh, Jaws. The song Jaws starts.
Not that.
Literally, like, the song starts and there is just nothing going on. Like, it's just ambient sound just, like, floating around, and then he's just like, this is where I'm going to come in and start doing this awesome, like, pattern. You're like, wow. I don't know where you came up with that, but that's really cool. I wonder if that melody eventually comes back in later on.
I bet.
And it was reversed, where he heard the melody, wrote the lyrics so that it matched that, and then since the melody's not there in the beginning, another thing that I'm thinking about is just songwriting, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes back in later, you're going to be like, holy crap, that's familiar to me because of the first chorus. I don't know. Speculation.
Let's see.
Sleep Token's very deliberate with everything that they do, so I can only imagine there's going to be...
And you have really dug deep into a lot of Sleep Token songs.
I have.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I love them. You guys are great.
That's okay.
Is that a diphthong?
Our colored vowel with a diphthong.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow. I'm like getting the beginnings of goosebumps, right? Wow. I'm just like, yeah, that's that wall of sound.
That is insane. It just keeps going higher. I know he changes. He goes from what is it? First
register?
First register, and then he moves it to
depending on who you talk
voice.
to. I think it went up in second register there. Yeah, at the very
I don't
end.
know.
Yeah, I know. I'd really... vocal registrations are one of the most terrifying things to talk about because everybody comes from a different background, and believe me, I can talk to anybody in their particular language of registration, but oh my gosh, you have to kind of figure out what that language is first.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
he does it. That's so good. He switches straight from chest voice to head voice or whatever that is, and he just keeps going higher. And I'm just like, oh my God, do it. He's like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that. Did you notice, like, we've got like an angel of death figurine, I think is what's going on, and then it's got an apple in one hand? I think it's an apple.
That looks like it has to be an apple.
I think it's an apple. Also, I love the way that this switched. Where's the... Yeah, it's
from nothing falling to these little friggin'...
Yeah, I feel... Do you think it's falling? For some reason, I thought it was stars. I wonder what it is. I was getting this, like, cosmic vibe, like, creation of the universe kind of vibe.
Okay, I could see that.
Maybe it's something falling. I mean, maybe it's, like, ashes.
All right, hit it again. Let's see.
Okay.
There's only one way to find out. Take me back. Yeah, it's like space. It's like the universe revolves around whatever this guy, this figure is. Oh, I like that. I love that.
And I just like that, the massive wall of, it's like distortion too. It's not just sound, it's distortion. I feel like it lights up all of these different frequencies and you're just like,
I'm surprised that they call it the refrain. This is what they said. That in the lyrics, it's called the refrain part of the song. I never even heard of refrain, to be honest. Maybe it's like the post-chorus or something like that. Normally when you hear songs, I usually hear the song title in the chorus.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that's just really cool. I'm excited to see what happens with this as it develops even more.
and see how many different ways he expresses that line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be, if that's how it starts now at 2.5 minutes in, what happens if it gets to 8 minutes?
Right. No wonder it's long. We have a ways to go.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to do the honors?
Hit it! Oh, I love the drop. It's like we were talking about before in a previous video where it's just like you get that moment to just take it all in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sound. Just got hit with a crap load of sound. Now what are we going to do with it? Let's just break it up for a second. Gives you that moment to be like, wow.
I almost feel like they actually didn't give me time to get completely used to that wall of sound, which is fascinating because when that happened, my ears felt like they were so attentive and perked and trying to observe everything. So the moment it dropped out, I was so intensely observing all of these different other elements. It felt like that quiet landscape was just as loud as it possibly could be. Does that make sense?
I could see that. It's like when silence is like deafening or
Yeah.
something like that. And I feel like now you're like, damn, I want to hear that again.
Uh-huh.
Because it just drops out like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's do it.
We can do it.
And you're like, damn,
Those
my
tails
brain
are amazing.
wants more
Yeah.
of that.
That low rumble sound is fascinating.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see
That was a vocoder.
what I have become. My mind, those
I can't get over the way they're able to, they're progressive, but the way that they like very slowly move in and deliberately go to a new style in a song. It's almost like a contemporary version of Dream Theater, like weaving an R&B like that. It just,
I can see that.
it's so wildly different.
This reminds me of The Summoning. The end of The Summoning where you just completely... And then you're like, what the hell am I listening to?
I loved that part.
Great blend of different genres. They do it tastefully.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Also, I think The Summoning has been my favorite so far.
Of course, it's everybody's favorite. So it's a good one. It's a good freaking song.
I'm actually, I want to go back to this section though.
Thank God, because I wanted to do it. I just wanted to hear it again with the lyrics. Oh,
Yeah.
he is so good at writing lyrics. Or
Beautiful.
The lyrics are just incredible.
It's almost like an airplane furnace.
Yeah, what is that?
well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts.
Wow.
Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub.
Oh my gosh, those lyrics.
Wow.
Wow.
This guy's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Bethel. Like, Bethel, just tell me what you think about the world.
Yeah.
Because these are incredible metaphors or similes or whatever you want to call it. Like, the wordplay is one of my favorite things that I really like about Sleep Token, actually, because, you know, it rhythmically, it flows. So all the little words are all there where they're supposed to be, as if somebody was talking to you, but it's all done so tastefully. I don't know. It's things that I think about when I'm trying to write lyrics. I'm like, I like this. This is fantastic.
I liked that dangle in like cold cut.
That was sick. The room feels like a freezer. I dangle in like cold cuts.
Yeah, a meat freezer too. A meat freezer. It's like that imagery is like so full of emotion and disturbance, and then I dangle saying like comparing the person to the cold.
It makes me think about like, so my sister is like an author and she does a whole bunch of, just writing and stuff. And one thing that she told me about when you're like writing a book, like sometimes it's good, like you could just be very straightforward and just say it how it is. But it's even cooler when somebody can say something without saying something. You know what I mean? Like you're just listening to how this person talking, you're like, this person is not happy. Like they're sad. Like something they're like, everything in verse 2 just makes you feel like this guy is going through something without him having to be like, I am sad. I am not happy with this. I am not happy with this. It's literally just like he's talking about how the room is just cold. He feels cold. He misses calls all the time. He's not like, I am sad, so I miss calls. It's just like you get this. He starts to paint this image of a person who's just trapped in a place that they can't get out of, and they're having meaningless conversations with people that, I don't know, maybe it's to them it doesn't have meaning, but to Vessel himself is like literally mirror talk, fake love, like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a big lyric person and I absolutely love the image that is being painted in my mind.
Yeah. I love the idea also of how the pound of flesh relates to the meat freezer. Like it pulled that back from the beginning. But you have fake love and then pound of flesh right after, which relates to that, but then sort of brings this whole part in this circle. It's very clever.
I didn't even think about that. That like didn't even register. Wordplay is fantastic. And then he also talks about, by the way, if anybody's wondering, we have the lyrics over here on the left side. That's why we keep looking over here. They're over here. You don't see them, but we see them. So he says one part, where is it? Sink porcelain stain, choking up. Wait, not is it 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. And he talks about, and I think in the first verse, how this person is just chewing through these wires. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I guess this kind of like brings it back. Like he thinks of himself almost like a robot. Just living in this life, cold.
Take me back to Eden also. Maybe it's like saying, I need to get out of this electronic life. I feel like there's some sort of electronic undertone in that message as well.
Oh, this is so good. This is a piece of art.
Oh my gosh.
This is art.
Oh, okay. We could
go back again.
Yeah, let's go back just a little bit and then
like cold cuts, missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. Those eyes like fire, I'm a winged insect.
Big chorus, let's go, baby. Come now, bite through these wires.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. I wonder the way that he's singing this chorus, it feels really similar to how he did the first one. It might be in fact the same set of tracks. I don't know.
It sounds way bigger.
Well,
now.
But everything else is filled in now. But I was wondering about just the vocals. Like, was that the same take from before? I'm not sure. But
that's
one of the things that is really, really helpful when you are a vocalist laying down those initial moments when you don't have a ton of backing from instruments is to actually get a rhythmic track that just you hear underneath. There are plenty of times when people will use click tracks on stage. You guys are all staying together and you have it in your in-ears, and that helps the whole band stay together. And in this case, the way that he was able to so clearly lay down that initial chorus without the rhythmic tracking underneath, I bet that he had something rolling in his ears when he did that.
You think so? Like, that's how he started it, and then they were like, all right, let's mold the rest of the song, or the next chorus. Next time it comes back into the chorus, and we'll mold all these other things into this pattern that you had.
Or maybe they did this chorus first.
That's what I think in my mind, but
And
there's no way to know. Literally, there's no way to know.
Yeah, but for anybody else that's tracking out there, guys, like if you've got a part where it's totally exposed vocal, that doesn't mean you have to record with nothing going on in your ears, as long as it doesn't bleed through to your microphone.
Of course. I always got the click.
Yeah.
Always.
Let's go back a little bit. What is that face?
There is no face.
What is that a hairy face? Is that cousin It as an angel?
What? I don't know what that is. That's a hairy face. That is a hairy face. Oh, yeah.
Cousin It, Death Angel. There we go. Whenever I hear the phrase angel of death, I usually think about something hung in black. And honestly, I usually think masculine. I feel like that reveals some messaging that I probably received as a young child. This one is female,
that is
and it's
definitely
more
a woman. Yes,
it's definitely a woman.
Definitely.
Or at least there are parts that are women, female-ish. There we go.
I would say yes. If you asked me is it a male or a female death, I'd be like, honestly, probably more of a female than a male, for sure.
Yeah, it's also like a really thorny bottomed dress. The character design is really, really cool.
That's why I'm like, who comes up with this stuff?
Right.
Between the lyrics and then having a good visualizer to even like, what even are those things on the side of the screen? I don't know. Because they have a bunch of really crazy looking runes on the album.
Yeah.
And it almost looks like that's what I'm seeing in the corner.
I thought they were runes too. I think that's what it is. I think you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Who has the time to think about this stuff?
Wow. Somebody. Because
Somebody.
It's thoughtful.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Thought-provoking.
Oh, that piano's jazzy. It's like Nora Jones came and played for the album.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty.
It's like slow dance music.
Yeah.
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. No amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it.
Who hurt you?
Oh my god.
Tell me who they are. I gotta give him a talking to. Oh my god.
He just like so spoke to me. So I love the no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. I always felt that like especially in long-term relationships, I think that both people have to keep choosing to love. Like you need to keep putting into that love bank, because times are gonna come that are rough, and you gotta choose to love every day.
Do we think, based off of those lines, take me back to Eden, do you think that maybe Eden was the place where this person was happy at the beginning of this relationship?
Oh my
and now at this point in the
gosh.
song, because we're two songs, this is the second to last song on the whole album. So I'm wondering if there's a whole overarching concept that's going on, because they already had the song "You Got Me in a Chokehold." You know what I mean? That's off of this album. I mean, I know they could make a bunch of like love music songs, but I'm wondering if that's what they're talking about when they refer to Eden, because you don't really know what the heck they're talking about up until I think this point in the whole the whole song. Like, he's just talking about all this bad stuff that's going on, and then he's like, he sums it up with like, hey, we've lost all this. You don't know that you lost it until it's gone.
Yeah. And
maybe that's like, why he's in this state of mind in the first place.
I even go back to, I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Like this person essentially has burnt him up, is what it feels like.
Yep.
Oh, no wonder it's a female angel of death.
Oh my, we are putting this together.
Maybe.
Right here, maybe.
Like, there's so many possibilities that we don't know yet.
Whoever hurt you, Vessel,
Wow.
you tell me. I'm gonna talk to him. I'll be like, why did you do this to my man? Why did you do this to this guy? He's a great guy.
Wow. Oh, that's so, okay.
That is, all right, we'll bring
We're
it
gonna
back
go
a little bit. Yeah, okay, if we have to. All right, you said it.
There we go. Oh, this reminds me of musical theater, by the way. This moment, it's like very Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna go back one more time. Here's the thing. The production on the vocal, not only is it like, do I have that musical theater vibe, but it also is harkening back to one of my favorite bands from like way back when. Do I call them a band? I love Porter Robinson. Okay.
Porter Robinson.
Yeah, I know. We're talking like some EDM here. Okay?
I love EDM. Listen, I love that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just like, what?
But listen to like in the background as he's going through, there are little like robot-y echo sounds in the voices. It's almost like Divinity, if we're talking Porter Robinson.
Okay.
Okay. And like that, it's like a robot love somehow.
It's the robot birds again.
Yeah. Ooh, I went back really far. We're all okay with this.
One more time, fuck it, let's go. We've got...
There. Do you hear the echoes?
Oh, I love that. Oh, there's snakes. Wow. Wow.
It's so beautiful.
It just grows. The song just keeps growing.
So beautiful. Shoot.
Yeah, they did a really good freaking job. This is definitely one of my favorite Sleep Token songs for sure.
It's, oh my gosh.
That's why it's the self-titled, or the album whatever the
title.
heck. Yeah, album title.
Title song.
It's the...
Is that what we call it?
Yes. I don't know, don't quote me on that. There was a part where we were on tour and I literally kept saying, I was like, this is a title track or something like that. Or the I don't know, it was the complete opposite. One is where it's the name of the band and one is where it's actually the name of the whole album. So don't quote me on that, I don't know.
I want to get that moment where it switches right here. And
those are not snakes, those are that black, remember that black stuff from the first Chokehold video where he starts throwing up?
Me of that. Yeah.
I think there's a whole bunch of that.
Whoa.
Super spooky, muck looking.
Yikes.
Whatever. I love that.
Like the way.
Like I thought he was gonna go down, and he was like, "No, just kidding. We're gonna scoop it back up and then go back down again."
Totally. And it really gives you a little more pause on that word to bring it out more.
Is that a diphthong?
No, it isn't.
Oh.
No. Since actually it could be an it or an eh vowel depending on what dialect you want to sing in.
Okay. Love it. Funeral pyre.
Wow.
So they definitely did exactly what I thought they were going to do, which is thank freaking God. That's what my ears wanted to hear.
Same.
You hear in the and you can tell it's still building up until this very not even the second chorus. Because the second chorus, I don't think there's any of the crazy rhythm guitar. I think it's like the first chorus, very empty. Second chorus, there's a whole lot of like piano and other things going in.
There's a beat that's like almost an R&B beat that's happening underneath in the second chorus.
And in the third one, they bring all of that, and then they throw in the rhythm guitar, which makes it give it that sleep token sound, like that huge sound to it.
I was wondering what gave it that huge sound, because I was paying a lot more attention to the rhythm section there and how it kind of goes wild. It isn't in the same, yes, we have rhythm in this one, and we had rhythm in the second one, but the second one was like almost like a almost dry kind of track. It was fairly straightforward. We didn't have tons of different varieties of fills, whereas this one had a lot of different stuff, really drawing on lots of different parts that we were using for percussion.
Oh yeah, they do. And is there a vocoder in there, or is that just a...
Totally.
Aha! I caught you. I knew it was in there somewhere. I was like, am I crazy for thinking that it's in there?
No, not at all. Also, the creeping in of the visuals is so cool.
It's great.
Oh, there's that part.
I love how it cuts out into this little...
It's so gorgeous.
Oh. It was no accident. I think that's in Chokehold.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they just
You
pulled
would
in
know.
something from Chokehold. It was no accident. We were strangled up like... That is Chokehold.
Oh my gosh.
Nice!
Oh my gosh.
I love it when bands do that. When they're just like, you know what, let's take a... I don't know, it has a name. I don't know what it's called. An illusion? No. Elude? I don't know.
Yeah.
But when they bring back something from a previous song and they're just like, let's just put it in here. Let's sneak it in here. And then you hear it and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is off the same album.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, that was nice. Little things you wouldn't know unless you're a freaking crazy Sleep Token fan like me. I'm freaking insane. I noticed it immediately. I was like, that's Chokehold. Now watch, I'm completely wrong, and somebody in the comments like, Will, that is not Chokehold. I'm like, no, I know.
Hey, sometimes we like just put ourselves out here with these, and sometimes there are things like you talk about a salt shaker when it was total anyhow.
A pepper shaker instead. Hopefully I got that one right. We're gonna find out.
Let's go back a little bit because that's probably too far.
Oh, I love that.
That part
That
freaks me out.
freaking ethereal.
No, the bass going up like a half step, it like makes me feel all squirmy inside.
All right, let me hear it again. Bring it back.
Because it's on your root there. Ah! It even slides up. Like,
Okay.
that bottom. It's because I think it isn't that it's been hanging out on essentially the root of our tonality for a while. It's like it's been establishing that. Going up a half step is super dissonant, and doing it with a slide just makes me like, ah!
Nobody likes those dissonant sounds. I do.
Unless
I think they're great. Unless you're a friggin' music nerd like us, you're probably like, oh, that sounds weird. But we're here for the weird. That's why we're here.
Yep, that's why we're here. Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable. Whoa.
Branches in a flood. Noah, that's so cool.
Good call.
Oh my god.
Oh, shoot. That. Oh, sorry. I feel like they're gonna like turn to me and say, "You threw off my groove," and a mama face.
Wow.
I didn't expect them to go there.
No. You think the song's over. That's it. It's the end of it. They're going to cut it. And they were like, just kidding. We're going to punch you in the head one more time.
Oh my gosh, how do they like successfully just level up like this so many times?
I love
Wow.
that. He's a great screamer too. You know, for the majority of when you listen to Sleep Token, the screams are so lost in the mix, which might be what they're going for. But this is like the first time that I've ever actually got to fully hear the screams in Sleep Token song. Yeah,
because
he also does some screams I think in like other songs like Gods and stuff. Mm-hmm. But none of the new stuff. Like this is the most like in your face scream. I mean that I've heard. I also haven't listened to the full album too much. But from the rest of the songs that have already come out, like before the whole album came out, if you were to take everything, I think the next most in your face screaming part is the summoning. Mm-hmm. And that's not even so much in your face, that's even drowned out a little bit. This one is like, this feels like a breakdown. It feels like we're literally listening to like a breakdown of some sort.
Like
whereas the
this
summoning,
part
I don't think
is
it is.
deathcore.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't know. It has the core. It's got the core. I think core is breakdown. I don't know what you call it. It's something core though. It's good. It's good. It gets the people going.
I'm gonna ask you what you would do to make this sound in a hot second.
Okay.
Okay. That is first of all, that's super high constriction, right?
Yes.
Like, is that about as high constriction as you would go?
You can go higher, but you might just change it to something else that you might not, it wouldn't be able to carry the same emotion, I think, that you're hearing and that you're feeling. Because it's like a high, but it's like a mid. It's like a mid high. Like I wouldn't call it to be something that's like insanely high. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It feels like that's like a fry scream, maybe, but it has so much distortion on it that it's hard to tell the tonality of it to be like this is this or this is this or this is this.
Yeah, and we've also talked before about the fact that like a fry scream often is just referring to stuff that's got higher constriction in the throat.
Yes.
And when you talk about that, we could be referring to so many different pieces of anatomy in that upper section of your vocal tract. And so it's interesting. I think fry scream is often applied to this sound.
Yes.
But it doesn't necessarily tell you how to make the sound.
Okay, I could see that. Just like how you were talking about before with registers. With a whole bunch of different sounds, maybe using different things. There's so many different things that are going on here. It's hard to pinpoint any one particular thing.
I genuinely think that we will eventually figure out how to apply a vocal register to harsh vocals. And in my opinion, we'll probably just take a look at what things are mechanically involved, which is one way you can describe vocal registers is for clean singing as well. What muscles are involved? In this case, we might say, are the false chords involved? Are the areoepiglotic folds involved? Do we have lingual tonsils involved? Which, again, that's so exciting. I didn't even know that was possible.
This is the future. Someone's pioneering you got a great start to it already, getting me in the freaking nose.
Yeah.
The fact that even got recorded at all, we are in maybe at some point in not too distant future, we'll have things like that for screaming vocals.
I wonder if we could get Vessel in the chair with the thing in his nose, but like with the
mask
gear
on,
so we like can see down Vessel's throat without knowing who he is. Still.
That would be so sick. Like, hey, put on this mask so nobody knows who you look like.
But we all know what your throat looks like.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Amazing.
That would be sick. Manifesting it right now. Yes. Let's go, Vessel. We're coming for you. God, it just keeps going.
It does.
Oh, they're fading out.
Merciless. Ooh, that happens there is crazy.
Well, that was insane. So what have we learned today, besides the fact that Sleep Token is the best band in the entire world, self-proclaimed?
I mean, I've learned that I really, really like doing co-reactions and analysis with Will.
Keep it exciting.
Please. If you guys want to see way more collaborations between us, you can check out this playlist over here. Please listen to more Sleep Token. They are so awesome. You can be guaranteed that we will be listening to more here soon. May you fall more in love with music every day.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Wow.
We're off to a great start. Welcome to the Charismatic Voice. And hold on. Welcome to the Charismatic Voice.
Welcome back. Welcome back. That's such a good answer to you.